to make money. Couple of bettors.
What's up, everybody? Couple of Bettors, episode 23, coming at you live from Las Vegas. How's everybody doing?
Just great.
Just great.
Bills are still not in the Super Bowl, so,
Yep.
need to move on with this.
Time to move on. So football season's coming to an end, We only got the Super Bowl left, although we do have the Pro Bowl. So, forget about the East-West Shrine game and the Senior Bowl. We're not betting on those guys. Although I did look at the line. I was like, which team is Belichick coaching? Forget it. So how we always started off, weekend at Bernie's. This is him at the Aria. It's actually a cool little spot there. Put a big rabbit, and there he is. He's not really looking at the camera. He doesn't do that. There's people walking by. It's really hard for him to pose. So it's the best we could do.
Do you know why it's a rabbit? It looks like Easter, Josh.
It looks like, is this Easter?
Josh? No.
I mean, we could pull this back out in April for a podcast, but it's because it's the year of the rabbit.
There you go.
Year of the rabbit. Good luck. Lunar New Year, so a lot of rabbit stuff. When does it end? When do people stop talking about the rabbits? When they take the rabbit stuff down?
Well, we'll find out when they start taking them
All
down.
right, we'll let you guys know.
All I know is not been bringing us luck recently at all. So.
The last 2 weeks we won money.
I meant like actual gambling.
Oh,
like
actual
not sports betting.
Slot machines.
Slot machines, blackjack.
We'll do it. We'll do a little of that stuff.
Well, we have been, and we've been losing. We're just usually too drunk to remember that we did it. So there's that part.
True. All right, where do we watch the games? We watch them at a place. So everybody's heard of Yard House. There's like a million of them. It's kind of a chain. I love chains, so that's my thing.
It's like they're in New York, though.
I don't know.
So I think we knew there was one a block away from us in Miami, and now there's one a couple blocks away from us on the Strip. And their second one is just one we went to in a place called Town Square, kind of a little fun shopping center full of restaurants, shops, and bars. They even have a Blue Martini. Shout out to those of you that came to visit us during our Miami stint. You went to Blue Martini. They're apparently a chain, and they are also out here in Vegas. So
they might be known for MILFs and drugging people, but
sounds like a good time.
Fun time, though. Always got some good music on. All right, next up, let's face it, people in the news, coaches, players in the news for the week. So we want to start it off?
Of course. I mean, again, everybody's heard this, even if you're not a football fan. Tom Brady retired again, so we'll see. But as for now, he sent a heartfelt message saying this is for real this time, blah, blah, blah. He does have a 10-year contract to make $375 million just to be a commentator over those 10 years. Not sure when that's going to start, but I'm also not sure if he's going to be a personable guy or not. All we see is Tom Brady, the football player, and he seems pretty fucking boring. So, I don't know. But he says he's retired.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably going to be good. We're just jaded because we've been in the same division for 20 years with the guy, and it's just annoying.
Yeah, but the man eats avocado ice cream. How does he have fun? So hopefully, I would love to see him gain 50 pounds.
Yes.
And become, not an alcoholic, but like to party on occasion, let loose a little bit, and be a great commentator. That would be awesome. If he stays Tom Brady, I will continue to dislike Tom Brady.
I agree with that.
Even though he's out of the whole league and not a problem for us anymore. But anyways, he's retired.
He's retired. Next two coaches in the news. So DeMeco Ryans, he was at the Niners, defensive coordinator. He's good. Everybody wanted him to be their head coach. Sean Payton was coming out of retirement. They wanted him too, but if you got Sean Payton, you'd have to pay the Saints a first-round draft pick and another second-round draft pick just to play ball, and you're going to have to pay him a lot of money too. So the Texans and the Broncos both needed head coaches, and they were both willing to spend to get them. They both were in favor of DeMeco Ryans, and it came down to a last-minute thing, and the Texans got him, locked him down, and then as soon as that happened, the Broncos were able to lock down Sean Payton. So Sean Payton, I mean, if anybody's going to make Russell Wilson better, I mean, this guy's an amazing offensive coach. He's done it a long time. Did he have Drew Brees? Yes. But he's known around the league as one of the best offensive coaches. So that'll be interesting to see.
Oh, Russell Wilson. Let's ride.
Let's ride, yeah. Let's do it. All right, let's talk about a couple guys that are maybe on the the worst side here. We had some positive stories, people getting hired, somebody retiring in a positive way. Josh Sills, backup offensive lineman on the Philadelphia Eagles, about to go to the Super Bowl, get that ring, right? No, he's indicted on rape charges. Oddly, you look into the story, it's from 2019. And I know what everybody's thinking. Oh, 2019, what happened? Did the girl wait and say something later and accuse him later? No. Right away it happens. And then she reports it to the police. She's got, I think, bruises on her mouth, this and that. It seems like, this was a rape. I don't know if the legal process takes too long, but this guy's able to play for years.
2 years.
And then he gets indicted now. It's just like, to me, we talked about it last week with Charles Omenihu, let the legal process play out type of thing. But it's a little bit much for now. You find out for 2 or 3 years.
And it came out after the season for him just happened to end. Like, not in the middle of the season. Like, this happens as soon as the season ends for him. Now we put this information. Like, now that he's indicted. It's all really shitty.
Maybe they indicted him because they didn't want him to get the Super Bowl ring. Like do it right before the Super Bowl. I don't know. It's just weird.
It's very strange. So hopefully he will not be able to participate. But
no, they already said you're done.
Can you imagine they would renege on that just because it's the NFL and you never know anymore?
That would be terrible. No, they cut him. They basically said you're cut, like you're not eligible.
Well, on the same token, Joe Mixon, also another piece of garbage. He, as soon as his season came to an end, and he decides to beat his girlfriend.
Point a gun at her.
Point a gun at her. Threaten her.
Threaten her with a gun.
Threaten her with a gun. So he's in trouble for that. But, apparently I think he just took the loss a little too hard and maybe blamed it on his girlfriend. Who knows? It's always the woman's fault.
Oh, God. But like these guys, man, what are we doing here? Why do you even have a gun? You got a lot of money. Get some security. Get a Rottweiler. You don't need the gun. You got, and this is the stuff that's going to happen. Right, even just having it in the house. Even if he has it in the house, maybe she could even just say he pointed a gun at me.
Absolutely,
you have no idea. So it just seems like you're bringing on more potential trouble with these guys. So very, very shitty.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about how we did last week. How was the betting review? We had a good week. That's another 2 weeks in a row we strung together some W's here.
Yeah, not for me. Well, yeah, 2 losses out of everything. But the Eagles-Niners goes into overtime. We just put like a little bitty bit of money on that because you could win a ton if it did work out. I don't even think it was close. I kind of forget what the score was even. But other than that, all the other ones pretty much came out.
Yeah, the Bengals, we put some money on the first half and then chased on the second half to win our money back. So that was really kind of a wash on that one. The one thing that stunk, so the Eagles crushed, right? So like the first half bet, over 23.5 points. That was great.
My lock of the week.
Her lock of the week. Nailed it.
Nail.
The Kelsey first touchdown's great. My lock of the week was Jamar Chase having over 6.5 receptions. I'm a little salty about this one. He had a 7th reception, but it was called back for a penalty, which I wasn't happy about. And was I rooting for the game to go to overtime so Chase had a chance to get one more reception? I was. I absolutely was. And that brings us into some takeaways for next week, or from the championship weekend. Mahomes getting pushed out of bounds there, and then giving them that field goal. It's like a gimme at that point, and giving the Chiefs the win. Annoying.
I mean, that man on the Bengals, I don't know who he was. Sorry, I was not really paying attention that hard to his name, but he was crying and he probably should have, because you potentially lost the entire game entrance into the Super Bowl for your team based on completely unnecessary. Like, it was like as if 5 minutes had passed and he still decides to push, just ridiculous. And then, of course, you had the 49ers and the Eagles. The game just shut down once Purdy had to get out because he was injured. Philly just ended up crushing it. Should be interesting to watch them in the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. They're also like... the Eagles didn't have a problem scoring when the Niners supposed to be a great defense, but they did have in the beginning of the game, one of their linebackers went down with an injury. So it's like things just couldn't go right for the Niners, and it was just there was no point in that game that the Niners had a chance. It was just over from the start. So that's what we're going to talk about it next week about who we're betting. Really, we're probably going to spend more time on prop bets because we think it's fun for Super Bowl to bet some props and stuff like that. But the line right now is Philly -1.5, favored a little bit. So we'll see what happens against those Chiefs. See how Mahomes' ankle holds up.
Also, everybody we're hanging out with the Super Bowl has like they're all already putting their bets in for opposing teams. It's like, okay, guys, well,
Yeah, let's pick some props together at least so we can have some fun.
Gotta have some unity and we can all be cheering together.
So this is it. This is how the playoffs went down. The Eagles versus the Chiefs. So, I mean, if you're looking at it from a seed perspective, it is what? The number 1 seed versus the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
So, just to let you know how that works.
So it kind of worked out.
Yeah. Bye week on both sides and then home field advantage. It worked.
Should have been the Bills in there. Should have been the Bills.
Should have, could have, would have.
Yep, absolutely.
Next up, let's talk about the Pro Bowl, right? So let's talk about our teams because, that's what we talk about, the Bills and the Jets. That's what we talk about.
Pro Bowl is happening a couple blocks away from us, so we will be there. Very excited for it. All the Bills players that were asked were nominated as Pro Bowl players are going, except for Josh Allen. As you all have probably seen, he decided to claim elbow injury, but is golfing right now. So, we know how that goes. He just seems to dislike the Pro Bowl as a whole. Not mad at the guy, but that's that. And so we also have, in addition to Diggs, Poyer, and Morse, we have Saffold, Knox, and Milano all going to this game, the Pro Bowl games.
And Dawkins.
And Dawkins. Keep forgetting Dawkins is there too. We think, because we heard Knox kind of give a little interview, that he was planning on going to Vegas, come here to Vegas to visit for a nice little vacay. The season's over. Let me party a little bit. And they asked, would you like to come to the Pro Bowl? And so he just decided to extend his trip. And there's a possibility that maybe the other guys that are now attending the Pro Bowl were part of this initial plan. So they all just decided to stay out here a little longer and participate in the Pro Bowl. So I'm excited because basically like half the Bills team will be playing on Sunday while I'm there watching. So go Bills, go AFC.
Yeah, it's cool. That's cool. They got their squad up there. Although they said Knox was here and he's going to be here for a total of 10 days in Vegas. So I hope he survives.
Yeah, we may have a You Got Vegas story on Knox by the end of this week.
So for the Jets Pro Bowl, all 4 of our guys are in town and playing and participating. So, we got CJ Mosley, Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner, and Justin Hardy, who's a special teams guy. So 3 defensive, 1 special teams guy. As you can imagine, if you watch any Jets games this year, we didn't have a offensive Pro Bowl player. Although I think Garrett Wilson was probably the closest. And maybe Breece Hall would have had a shot if he would have been healthy the whole year, but he wasn't. But all those guys are playing and participating in the games, which are, it's a mixture of skill stuff and then also a flag football game. So, yeah, we went into the Pro Bowl in the past. And, it's football, but like the fact that they don't tackle you to the ground. They hold you up. Oh, okay. It's like might as well play flag football.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we like it better or not. I mean, I like so far they've played, and we're going to get into it, but dodgeball and water balloon toss. Like they're playing fun games. They're just not things that you can as locals go and see until Sunday. But I do appreciate them really getting the players into something a little different and more fun.
Yeah, it's cool. So we're filming this on Friday. So Thursday night, they put out some stuff on TV, on ESPN. So a couple things that we thought were interesting. One, they had a precision passing thing, which is that old school, we always watched it growing up around the Pro Bowl, which is like the quarterback's throwing it at moving targets and stuff. Derek Carr was by far the best one that was participating. And it's kind of funny because he needs a new team now. So people were thinking about it like he's been training for a while now. He's ready to go. And he was showing this to them, to the new potential team, saying, look, I'm ready. I'm hitting everything.
Jordan Poyer smashed crazy 320-yard ball, winning it for the AFC, which was great because then they all stopped and they're like, well, so now what do we do? Because that was just a ridiculous hit. And some other person on the team, I forget who it was like, can we just keep playing? I kind of want to keep playing more golf. Why not? This is fun. So good job, Jordan Poyer. Longest drive, I think, ever. In
320, not for pros.
No, not pros, but have they done this before with the golf?
They might have.
Because they made it seem like it was like a crazy
it's a long,
thing. Like
20 yards is long.
well,
The average guy on the pro tours doesn't hit it 320 on average.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But then there was dodgeball, which is a really fun one. Like these guys go in there and they're always like, "Oh yeah, like we're having a fun time, right?" And all of a sudden when they start playing, they get real serious. They're competitive guys.
We're all competitive people.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to lose to any
Oh, yeah.
stupid thing, even if it's like the egg race. You don't want to lose to that.
Yeah.
Win.
Unfortunately, this is what I always feel bad about. It's like the NFC ends up winning, and it's like Saquon Barkley's team, but he takes one in the face. And they had a rule. It says if you hit somebody in the face, you're automatically disqualified. The other team would win. And he took one in the face, and that's all everybody was talking about. And I felt so bad for him because it's just like, I mean, I've got a picture up here.
Yeah, poor guy.
In the face.
When they interviewed him about it afterwards, he was very good. He's like, listen, it's a game. I'm actually competitive. You know, I thought it was going to be silly to play this, but I was really into it. We all just want to win. And if I had to take one in the face to win, we still won. So.
And anybody who played a lot of dodgeball, we all played dodgeball growing up, right? They transitioned at some point where it used to be the mini like kickballs that were rubber, and then they transitioned to these more like squishy whatever,
yeah.
And those ones didn't hurt as much. They were using the kind of the kickball type ones.
Yeah, there were some complaints like, why are we using the squishy ones? The rubber ones hurt like hell. So
he hit it in the face. He said it hurt.
I mean, listen, it's part of the game, man. It's part of the game.
Yep. So just to give you a little sense of what's happening on Sunday, there's some more skill set type stuff happening that's going to be live in the event, and then it's going to be a flag football game, right? But best catch. So they filmed a bunch of trick shot catches all around Vegas. One was on the zip line downtown Fremont. Another one was off the Eiffel Tower at the Paris Casino.
One was in Dre's pool.
Mm-hmm. And then so everybody gets a chance now to vote online to see which guys should go to the finals, and then the finals are going to be on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So that's a cool thing.
Diggs is part of that one. So
oh yeah, Diggs for the.
He nailed it last Pro Bowl with his what was he, jumping in the air and able to catch, and maybe put it in the basketball net if I'm not mistaken. But he did some kind of crazy thing, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!"
Yep, and then kick-tac-toe. Sorry. They put up a giant electronic board for tic-tac-toe, and these guys got to kick it to hit the spot that they want. So it's going to be a fun one. Apparently, they were saying that the practice rounds and stuff, they found it was so fun, and it showed you how good these guys were. Like, I'm going to hit it right in the middle one, and I want that the X. That's pretty awesome.
Then you have two other gridiron gauntlet, move the chains. I mean, just different kind of looking at skill sets there. Finally, the Jets have somebody participating in that one.
That's right. Yeah,
we got Saffold and Morse joining on Move the Chains, but Dawkins will be playing in the Gauntlet, so it should be interesting. And then that leads to the actual flag football game.
So the reason why Quinn and Williams is playing in Move the Chains, right? But not flag football. So it's like flag football, they don't need like big linemen on defense and offense. So you'll see they have Morse, which is the center. Mm-hmm. You needed somebody to snap the ball. Outside of that, it's going to be more like linebackers. You're going to have, it's like 7-on-7 drill for football where you just get rid of the line, and it's like receivers and corners and safeties and linebackers and running backs and stuff. So that'll be fun. We'll see what happens, Mm-hmm. We'll walk down, grab some road sodas.
Yeah, we'll be drinking. So it's just like putting a TV on in front of us live while we drink.
We did look to see if we could bet it. We cannot. There's no line available.
Such a crap.
Crap. We were saying maybe we should check out like one of these B-side casinos that like maybe we'll give you the line. Like remember in Vegas Vacation where Cousin Eddie takes him to the weird casino, and one of the games, this guy's got his fingers behind his back, and he's like, how many fingers have I held it up? He's like 2, and he's like, no, 3. Like how would he know? Damn it! It's like circus maybe. I don't know. All right, and then a little bit of a last update thing. We want to talk about upcoming podcast stuff. So we're not going to fire away pods every week now going forward. We probably will do some here and there where between events and things, but we know for sure we're going to do Super Bowl preview next week. We're going to do a recap after. We're going to do March Madness college basketball preview. Maybe if we won a lot of money, we'll do a recap. I don't know. And then with the draft, it's possible we go. I don't know if we're going to go or not, but we'll talk about the draft coming up, what are the needs and stuff like that, especially as it relates to the Jets and Bills. And then a recap after that. And then in the middle of it, maybe we'll end up doing some interview things or some other short ones. But in the meantime, follow us on YouTube for YouTube Shorts, because we're going to be posting a lot more content, which is going to be, 15, 30, 60-second videos of us gambling, what we're betting, and all that stuff. So if you subscribe, you'll get it pushed to you right away that we put something up. Really easy to listen to. It's not, a 45-minute podcast, and easy to consume. And we'll put similar stuff up on Instagram Reels.
Oh, he talks so much about things. It's ridiculous.
That's all I got.
Oh,
Do
really?
you like to add?
No. Jesus.
All right. Well, look, football season's wrapping up here, but looking forward to that Pro Bowl.
And Super Bowl.
Yep.
It's, again, 2 events where you just get drunk and watch sports. So.
Yeah, you're not going to, don't bet on anything second half because it's going to be real blurry. You might be waking up to find out if you won that one.
Well, it's not bad, too, though. Some of my best bets I made when I forgot what I did and put a lot of money on, and I was right. So
I remember one time I hit a box, and I woke up, I'm like, fuck, did I hit the Super Bowl box yesterday? And they're like, yeah, like you on the phone with 3 people that you won with. And I was like, oh, that's right. And it came back to me, but I was like, whoa, that was a little blurry. So we'll see. All right, everybody, get that going.
I had it ready.
We had it ready.
Stupid technology.
Love you all. Subscribe to some stuff, and we'll see you soon.
Couple of Bettors. Couple of Bettors.
I want to make money.